Welcome to 2050. There are 9 billion of us. This is our ocean. Doesn't it look healthy? Supporting a diverse abundance of life. Look over there. Large areas of the ocean are effectively protected and fisheries are sustainably managed using the best science and technology. Fishing activities are closely monitored and fairly policed. Harmful fishing subsidies have been eliminated. Our oceans are healthy and productive. Sadly, it hasn't always been this way. Once upon a time, a small human population using simple tools only put light pressure on fish stocks. However, things began to change. To meet the demands of a growing population, we developed sophisticated methods to catch fish faster and more easily. We built more boats and travelled farther and farther to find fish. With too many boats, too few regulations and not enough policing, fishing practices became excessive and destructive. By the 1980s, we noticed things had changed, and not for the better. We were using more effort, but catching less fish. Stocks were declining. Rather than heeding these warning signs, we ignored the advice of experts and carried on fishing harder. Harmful subsidies encouraged too many boats to fish. Fishing activities were not effectively policed. Destructive fishing practices damaged sensitive marine areas. Little of the ocean was protected against these threats. A number of first steps were taken and promises made. Unfortunately, many of these promises weren't kept. Instead, things got much worse. 20 years after the first Earth Summit, the world met once more in Rio. The oceans were at a critical tipping point. 85% of fish stocks were fully exploited or worse. Only about 1% of the global marine environment was designated as protected, and only a fraction of this was effectively protected. World leaders were faced with a choice: carry on with business as usual or implement the promises from the last 20 years, making a new commitment to urgent and much-needed improvements. Thankfully, they made the right choice for the economy and the environment. Plans were implemented that would change the future of the oceans forever. Things started to change. Fishing fleets were reduced to sustainable levels. Fisheries management followed precautionary and scientific advice. Harmful cash subsidies were eliminated. Destructive fishing practices were ended. Effective policing of the oceans brought illegal fishers to justice. Well-managed marine protected areas and reserves were established in both domestic and international waters. And here we are back in 2050. Thanks to the right action in 2012, the oceans are healthier and more productive than they've ever been, with the ability to provide for the billions of people who rely on them. Make June 2012 the time we make a change.